My people, I throw salute. I beg, help me share this video. Make una see wetin Niger they use France I see for their country. As no one recognize the military junta, see wetin dem they use. That is France they see shege banza. Help me share this video as you watch am.
Niger's military leaders have informed the French government that diplomatic immunity has been removed from French ambassador to Niger, Sylvain Ité, and they've instructed authorities to proceed with eviction. France has said they don't have the authority. The military leaders who removed Niger's president from power on July the 26th told the French ambassador last week that he had 48 hours to leave after he refused to meet with the junta-appointed foreign minister. Let's go straight now to our correspondent in Paris, Natasha Butler. And Natasha, in quite extraordinary news, perhaps not unexpected given the recent events, but have we heard anything from France?
Yes, the French Foreign Ministry have reacted. They have told us that they have seen this request from Niger's military leaders. They acknowledge it, but they say that those military leaders have no legitimacy, no right to make such a request because Paris does not recognise them as legitimate rulers in Niger. Now, ever since July, France has repeatedly condemned the coup d'etat in Niger. It has repeatedly asked the military leaders to reinstate President Mohamed Bazoum. There is no doubt, though, that this latest escalation, this latest event, this request from the military leaders is going to be an additional cause of concern for France, for Paris, for the French government, who have said over the last few days that their ambassador Sylvain Ité will remain in Niger. It is going to be a worry for them, and the French Foreign Ministry have told us that they are looking again and reviewing their security operations and the situation around the embassy in Niger.
OK, Natasha Butler, thanks very much for bringing us the view there from Paris. Let's talk now to our correspondent, Ahmed Idris. He joins us on the phone from Niamey in the capital of Niger. Now, Ahmed, I know you are actually at the French embassy at the moment. You were struggling to actually connect to a live with us because there's quite a lot of police there at the moment. Tell us what the situation is.
About a dozen military and police vehicles are now in front of the French embassy, and we see constantly security forces, most especially soldiers, patrolling the streets around the embassy and the residence of the ambassador, the French ambassador here. So it's still a tense situation. I spoke to one military personnel, and I asked him what the situation is like. He said they're just waiting for orders to execute. They know the plan probably could be to cut off any communications on any link with the embassy or the residence. So they're just waiting for orders. So right now, that shows that nothing has been decided yet as to the eviction of the French ambassador from the residence and the embassy. But right now, what we see is a tense situation. When we passed here a day or two back, the presence of security forces wasn't as much as it is today. So probably we may see some action very soon.
OK, just remind us why the Ambassador Ité, had fallen foul of the military rulers.
Well, to start with, it's a long process. To start with, I think the final straw was when the Ministry for Foreign Affairs here in Niger invited him to a meeting, and he failed to turn up. And simply because France doesn't recognize the authority of the military junta here. So he didn't go. And the military here feel insulted, and they want him to leave. Now, remember, when at the start of the coup, when the coup was announced, the French rejected the coup, they condemned the coup, and they insisted that deposed President Mohamed Bazoum must be returned to office immediately, and that they are in support of whatever action the Economic Community of West African states want to take, including, of course, the use of force. So basically, that sort of made things worse for the ambassador. Since then, he's been holed up in his residence and the embassy here in Niamey, and he was not allowed access outside the embassy. And that situation continued to escalate after the expiration of the deadline given to him by the Niger military authorities to leave the country. Now, probably we'll see more of these heightened tensions on Saturday when another deadline will pass when the French military troops here in Niger are asked to leave the country following the expiration of one of the defense agreements between France and Niger.
Indeed. Okay, very interesting indeed. Ahmed, thanks very much for bringing us the scene there from outside the French embassy in Niamey.